Do we really need fibre? There have been many claims made recently that we do not need to consume any fibre. Many of those making these claims are from the carnivore community. Many of these are qualified doctors, and a meat-only diet, of course, contains practically no fibre. But is there any truth to this? Now, it's claimed that fibre causes digestive tract problems, increases stomach gas, bloating, can lead to inflammation and some other health problems. And there is some truth to this when fibre is consumed in larger quantities. Now, the problem lies in that mainstream medical and nutritional industries are claiming that we need to consume in the region of 30 to 40 grams of fibre per day. And they are plugging high fibre diets as being the ideal and being more healthy. Now, some are claiming as much as 20 grams of fibre per 1,000 calories consumed, which for most people comes in at least 40 grams. Of course, for many people, this is going to simply be too much. One-size-fits-all statistics and recommendations for diets are not the best advice to follow. In fact, they're the worst. The obvious flaw in this strategy is that the nutritional requirements for, say, a person of 60 kilograms and another person of 90 kilograms is going to be significantly different. And of course, under those guidelines, the person on 90 kilograms of body weight who's going to be consuming maybe up to 3,000 calories, that's 60 grams of fibre per day. Now, the only good advice that seems to be from mainstream when considering fibre intake is that adding too much fibre too quickly to your diet can lead to intestinal gas, diarrhea, stomach cramps and bloating. Consider that, and you can see that it kind of adds weight to the argument that fibre is bad for digestion, maybe. Now, one thing that seems to be an established fact is that too much fibre is definitely going to cause you some problems. And that level of too much, of course, is going to be different for everybody, just to make things really confusing. Too much fibre is known to cause many symptoms such as bloating, excess gas, can give you the shits, leave you feeling too full after eating, give you constipation, leave you dehydrated, give you nausea and even cause intestinal blockages. Now, the risk of intestinal blockages seems to be amplified in those not drinking enough fluids. And it seems also that those following a raw plant-based diet are more prone to consuming too much fibre. And too much fibre can cause nutrient deficiencies, as excess intake of fibre can interfere with the body's ability to absorb nutrients. The fibre binds with minerals and then the nutrients get pooped out without being absorbed properly. And of course, many people are fibre intolerant to a degree. Now, if this is you, then of course these recommended daily guidelines are going to leave you with serious digestive problems. A good idea, if you have limited tolerance to fibre, is to eat fresh meats, eggs, fish, dairy products and cooked vegetables with the skin removed. Now, mainstream are suggesting that people who are maybe intolerant to fibre should bear with this, and eventually your body will adapt. It's all this, your body will adapt to none of this, your body will adapt to too much of this. It's extremely unlikely. Now, no doubts here, if you are fibre intolerant, then you will probably see improvements to your digestion following an animal-based or carnivore diet. So it seems there is some truth to this when it comes to dietary fibre. Now, there are two types of dietary fibre. Insoluble fibre, as the name suggests, it does not break down as it passes through the digestive system. It also adds bulk to bowel movements and helps food to move along. Soluble fibre, which forms a kind of gel-like substance when it mixes with water and bacteria in the digestive system, and the digestive system breaks it down. It helps to keep your poop soft and slows the digestive process, allowing for improved nutrient uptake. Now, a thing to note here is that these potential negative issues are often cited by those promoting the idea that the body doesn't need any fibre at all. But of course, this attempt at giving a one-size-fits-all strategy for diets is never ever going to work for everyone. But of course, there are also some benefits, many benefits in fact, to consuming some fibre. And unless you are intolerant, then why ignore the benefits and the positive aspects of consuming fibre, which of course are either bypassed or ignored by advocates of the your body doesn't need fibre camp. Regular consumption of fibre can help to prevent or relieve constipation, if of course that fibre is not taken to excess. It can aid digestion, it can help with weight loss, it can leave you feeling fuller, so you are less likely to feel hungry between meals, and it will help to keep your energy levels up. It can also improve insulin sensitivity and reduce the risk of type 2 diabetes. It can improve the stomach microflora, which are bacteria and other microorganisms that live inside the intestines. They help us to digest food, so they are beneficial to us. Vitamins such as biotin and vitamin K2 are made by intestinal microflora. Fibre can also relieve inflammation, reduce the risk of heart disease, and reduce the risk of colon rectal cancers. In the complete absence of fibre, food moves through your gastrointestinal tract much quicker, causing loose or watery stools in many people. Of course, if this is happening to you, then this will have a negative impact on nutrient uptake. The quicker it all runs through your body, the less chance of it getting absorbed by your body on its way through. Now, according to a large amount of observational research, people who eat fibre regularly have a lower risk of all-cause mortality compared to those who don't eat enough fibre. And it has been shown that consuming just 10 grams of fibre per day can extend your life expectancy by 10%. Now, 10 grams of fibre is the equivalent of one sweet potato and half a cup of chickpeas per day. It's also been a well-established fact that fibre can support the beneficial bacteria in your stomach, and that supports your gastrointestinal immune system. We all know eating probiotics found in yogurt and kefir are known to be of great benefit to the intestinal tract, but also consider that you need prebiotics, and these are another healthy bacteria essential to digestion, and these prebiotics are found in foods such as walnuts, bananas, legumes, and much more. One thing that seems to be pretty clear though is that for the majority of people, consuming some fibre is going to be far, far more beneficial to your health and your digestion than consuming no fibre at all. As with all things related to our bodily organism, it seems that it all comes down to balance, not too little and not too much. Again, it seems that adopting an approach where you take only one side while refusing to see the benefits of the other can cause more harm than good. One fact that remains consistent when it comes to the question of whether or not to consume fibre in your diet is that either too much or too little can be detrimental to your digestive tract. The only thing you should be considering is how much fibre do you personally need, and of course we are all different. I aim for a minimum of 10 grams per day, a ballpark figure of around 15 grams per day, and I aim to never exceed 20 grams per day. Now, I'm a pretty small guy, I weigh around 55 kilos, so for me this works well, and my digestive tract functions really well. I'm tolerant to fibre, but I've noticed that if I exceed 20 grams per day for any length of time, my poop had the consistency of little hard rocks, and my bowel movements weren't so efficient as they are when consuming slightly less. So bear this in mind. When it comes to your own fibre intake, you should consume some fibre unless you are intolerant. Start by adding the amounts of fibre you consume and make note of your bowel efficiency and the quality and consistency of your stool. It should be not too hard and not too runny. It is the best approach to consume fibre from clean whole foods such as fruits, vegetables and legumes. Now they all have different amounts of fibre in them. In the description down below, I've left some guidelines as to the fibre content in many commonly consumed foods to give you a rough idea of how much fibre is in certain things. Now, having an optimised and balanced digestive system is going to mean that you will more efficiently absorb the nutrients from your food. This can only be beneficial to you. And any health issues, of course, can have a negative effect not only on your bodily functioning, but on hormone production as well. A healthy, balanced body is much, much more efficient at maintaining a balanced hormonal output. Treating your entire body will optimize your testosterone production. Not what many will want to hear, but it is the method that will bring you far, far better results and keep your hormone levels healthier in the long term. Subscribe to this channel and follow this series for more.